हाय फ्रेंड, नमस्कार। मैं विपुल कंपनी लॉ अपडेट में आपका स्वागत करता हूं। दोस्तों, लास्ट बजट में हमारे गवर्नमेंट ने डिक्रिमिनलाइजेशन ऑफ द ऑफेंसेज अंडर द कंपनीज एक्ट 2013 की बात कही और इसके लेके क्या उनका क्या माइंडसेट है और कैसे इसको ग्रेजुअली इम्प्लीमेंट किया जा रहा है और इसके क्या क्या बेनिफिट है। यहाँ पर मिनिस्ट्री ऑफ कॉर्पोरेट अफेयर्स ने अपने विजन एक आर्टिकल के माध्यम से यहाँ पर शेयर किया है। आइए देखते हैं सबसे पहले मिस्टर नरेंद्र मोदी, हमारे प्राइम मिनिस्टर, जिन्होंने डिक्रिमिनलाइजेशन ऑफ द ऑफेंसेज अंडर कंपनीज एक्ट के बारे में बताया कि टुडे इंडिया इज अंडरगोइंग ए रैपिड चेंज इन द माइंडसेट्स as well as markets. It has embarked on journey of deregulation and decriminalization of various offences under the Companies Act. There were hundreds of such provisions in the Companies Act which allowed criminal action even for a small mistakes. Our government has now decriminalized many of these provisions. इसके पीछे उन्होंने अपना विजन बताया और इम्प्लीमेंटेशन, क्या नेचर एंड मैनर ऑफ इम्प्लीमेंटेशन होगा और क्या क्या बेनिफिट हैं इस डिक्रिमिनलाइजेशन ऑफ द ऑफेंसेस को, उसको बताया है। तो आइए सबसे पहले देखते हैं गवर्नमेंट क्या सोचती है डिक्रिमिनलाइजेशन ऑफ द ऑफेंसेस को लेके। कारपोरेट इन केस ऑफ द कारपोरेट लॉ एसोसिएटिंग क्रिमिनलिटी with violation of provision of law may result in a disproportionately severe penalty for minor mistakes. This can have unintended consequences by becoming a significant deterrence for budding entrepreneurs in setting up businesses in organized sector by incorporating company due to threat of prosecution on account of even minor technical or procedural lapses. Prior to 2018, Companies Act 2013 used to view almost all the violation under its ambit under the lens of criminal law. This led to overburdening of the courts with criminal cases and adversely impacted ease of doing businesses. Therefore, government decided to introduce civil liabilities involving in-house adjudication for dealing with simple default which do not involve any fraud or where the nature of the lapse is purely procedural. In doing so, government has sought to demonstrate its seriousness about promoting ease of doing business for domestic and global investors, along with reducing a stress on the criminal justice system and allowing it to focus on grave offenses. Furthermore, a trust-based approach towards compliance builds faith of entrepreneurs in corporate institutions and motivates them to adopt fairer and more transparent business practices. आइए देखते हैं क्या नेचर है इसका और कैसे इम्प्लीमेंटेशन का क्या मैनर होगा। Over the years, the violation under Companies Act, government had been filing criminal cases as per the provision of the Act. Out of more than 40,000 cases filed under the Companies Act 1956 and Companies Act 2013, almost 39,000 cases, more than 97%, did not involve lapses of the serious nature. That is the procedural nature or minor. This meant that criminal court were being needlessly burdened with the minor cases on account of procedural defaults. Consequently, the courts were not able to pay adequate attention to serious cases of fraud, deceit, or injury to public interest. Fear of criminal penalty for minor defaults deterred many entrepreneurs. This also impacted the ease of doing business environment in country. Therefore, government decided to undertake a comprehensive review of all the penal provision under the Companies Act so as to identify nature of each and every default and ensure that the penal consequences of any lapse are proportionate to the magnitude of that lapse. This exercise was carried out in 2 phases. Detailed analysis was carried out to calibrate default committed by companies and its officers and into two broad buckets. First, default, which are procedural or technical in nature, and second, defaults which are the serious in nature and may involve larger public interest. While carrying out this exercise, government continuously interacted with a cross section of the stakeholders so as to maximize the ease of the doing business for honest and law avoiding corporates. As the result of the comprehensive review, two types of the reforms regarding decriminalization of the Companies Act 2013 were identified. First, changing the nature of the certain criminal offences into civil wrongs, and second, omitting certain other redundant offences altogether. In addition, alternative means including through the use of the data analytics and artificial intelligence were to be leveraged to reduce the very likelihood of the occurrence of defaults. उन्होंने एक चार्ट दिया जिसमें उन्होंने बताया कि क्या प्रोग्रेस है इसमें। यहाँ देख रहे हैं आप प्री डिक्रिमिनलाइजेशन और पोस्ट डिक्रिमिनलाइजेशन इन टू फेजेस। फर्स्ट पेनल प्रोविजन है जो 134 प्री डिक्रिमिनलाइजेशन से रिड्यूस होकर 124 हो जाएंगे, और कंपाउंडेबल ऑफेंसेस मोस्टली फाइन्स आर इम्पोज 81 टू रिड्यूस टू 31, एंड नॉन कंपाउंडेबल ऑफेंसेस serious offenses which were imprisonment of order upon conviction 35 to 35, and जो आपके बढ़ेंगे डिफॉल्ट सब्जेक्ट टू सिविल लाइबिलिटी थ्रू इन हाउस एजुकेशन मैकेनिज्म 18 टू ये इंक्रीज होके 58 हो जाएंगे। तो यहाँ पर कोशिश ये है कि ज़्यादा से ज़्यादा डिफॉल्ट जो है सिविल लाइबिलिटी में उसको लाया जाएगा। अब आइए देखते हैं दोस्तों कि इसके डिक्रिमिनलाइजेशन ऑफ ऑफेंसेस के बेनिफिट्स क्या हैं। ड्यू टू डिक्रिमिनलाइजेशन ऑफ माइनर प्रोसीजरल एंड टेक्निकल डिफॉल्ट्स, number of the prosecution being filed in the special courts have already started reducing significantly, as evidenced by a growing number of the default being handled through the in-house adjudication mechanism. Second, as per the data collected from ROC, more than 1,000 company law defaults cases have already been disposed of by adjudicating officers ROC during the last 3 financial year in a summary manner. Companies Fresh Start Scheme 2020 was simultaneously rolled out and allowed companies to correct any all default related to filing of the document without levy of the additional fees. And more than the 4 lakh companies made use of this scheme. They benefited greatly by the avoiding heavy additional fees that they would have been liable to pay otherwise. This one-time measure helped to build an atmosphere of the trust. If the exercise of the decriminalization and strengthening of the IAM under the Companies Act 2013 had not been undertaken during 2018-2020, all these cases would have been filed for prosecution before criminal courts. As a result of this complementary initiative by the Government of India, criminal courts can focus on more serious offences. Decriminalization has also simultaneously deburdened various benches of the National Company Law Tribunal, as upon decriminalization the companies and its officer would not be required to file application of the compounding before NCLT or regional directors so as to escape criminal prosecution. The benefit from this reform are many and far reaching. Apart from freeing up the criminal courts, this reform has also sent out a clear message to the law abiding corporates at large about the government commitment to promote ease of the doing business in India around trust. This measure would further incentivize companies to ensure better compliance to our laws while also promoting better corporate management practices in their operation. Taken together in the long run, these efforts would encourage budding entrepreneurs to incorporate more companies. Such formal schemes will enable better access to finance and other resources to build identify and productivity for the businesses and to grow in a sustainable manner. The fruits of the reforms are already, and more than 1,55,000 companies were registered in India in the financial year 2020-21, which is almost three times more than the average number of the company registered annually 6 years ago. तो ये था जहाँ जिसमें गवर्नमेंट ने अपने बेनिफिट बताएं डिक्रिमिनलाइजेशन ऑफ द ऑफेंसेस का और कैसे इम्प्लीमेंट होगा और कैसे ग्रेजुअली रिड्यूस होंगे नंबर ऑफ द पेनल जो प्रोविजंस हैं यहाँ पे तो रिड्यूस होंगे कंपाउंडेबल ऑफेंसेस मोस्टली फाइन्स आर इम्पोज डेट्स इज आल्सो रिड्यूस एंड डिफॉल्ट सब्जेक्ट टू सिविल लायबिलिटी जिसमें इन हाउस एजुकेशन मैकेनिज्म होगा वो इंक्रीज होंगे. थैंक यू सो मच फॉर वॉचिंग दिस अपडेट.